Hi, I'm Xavier Kelly.
And I'm Trey Smith, and you're watching Panther News.
It's finally here. This Saturday is prom. It will be at South Fork Ranch from 8 p.m. to midnight. Prom tickets can be purchased in Miss Walker's room, number 712, for $65 before and after school and during lunch.
A total of 8 to 10 student volunteers are needed for this Thursday evening from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Midlothian Conference Center. You will be serving dinner at the Teacher of the Year banquet and can receive community service hours. Please go by Miss Holt's office if you are interested.
Midlothian Girls Softball Association is hosting a softball tournament this Saturday. If you need community service hours, you can help work the concession stand. The times would be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. in 2-hour shifts, and they have room for 2 students per shift.
This one involves cash. MidText here in Midlothian is looking for groundspeople. You must be 17 years or older, and the starting pay is around $9. If you are interested, call the number below and ask for Sanja.
The National Weather Service confirmed 4 tornadoes touched down in East Texas on Saturday. The most severe damage was reported from the Canton area, where the Canton Fire Department said one person who died had been in a vehicle that had been tossed by the tornado along Highway 64. However, the names of those killed have not been released.
Swiss climber Yuli Steck was killed Sunday in an accident near Mount Everest, Nepal's tourism department said. The 40-year-old died when he slipped from a slope and fell into a crevice at around 6,600 meters on Mount Nuptse.
U.S. forces are now patrolling part of the Turkey-Syria border. This comes after Turkey killed dozens of Kurdish fighters in airstrikes last week. Turkey says it wasn't intentional.
Apparently, congressional negotiators reached a deal that, if approved, will keep the government funded through September. The deal will provide billions in new spending to the Pentagon and $1.5 billion for border security, but nothing for new border wall construction. The House and Senate are expected to take up the spending bill before the week's end.
A newly discovered exoplanet may be Earth's twin in terms of size and mass, and the distance from its host star, but you wouldn't want to visit. Researchers say it's an ice ball. The planet is described to be much like the planet Hoth from Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. Yet researchers say while it's covered in ice at around minus 400 degrees Fahrenheit, it is actually much, much colder than Hoth. And now time for the question of the day. The MMR vaccine protects against measles and what other 2 diseases? A, meningitis and rubella, B, mumps and rubella, C, MSRA and rabies, or D, malaria and RA.
And there's also a trivia question. Who invented the first completely mechanized textile well? A, Francis Cabot Towel, B, Adolph Sachs, C, Nikola Tesla, or D, Hedy Lamarr. And now to Steven with sports.
Thanks, Trace. Avi Balai is on her way to state after winning discus throw in the regional meet this weekend. She won with a throw of 138 feet and 1 inch. Way to go, Avi. Shelby Noah pitched 2 complete games with the Lady Panthers softball team put offensive pressure on Burleson to defeat them in only 2 games in the opening round of the playoffs. Georgia Capel went 5 for 7 with 7 RBIs and 2 home runs. Annabelle Anderson had the go-ahead with RBI on Saturday, while Alexis Perez quietly went 2 for 3. The next round puts the Lady Panthers at home versus Dallas Hillcrest in a 1-game-to-winner-take-all on Friday at 7:30. An early lead helped Panthers defeat Lancaster 11-1 on Friday. We scored 2 runs when Blake Bellagio singled with 2 outs in the first inning. We also scored 4 runs in the 7th inning, on hits by John Young and Josh Tankersley. The Panthers begin the playoffs Friday night in Kennedale with a game against Burleson Centennial. The NFL draft was this weekend, and the Cowboys went heavy in defense, led by first-rounder Taco Charlton. He was followed by 2 cornerbacks, a wide receiver, 2 more defensive backs, and 2 wide receivers and defensive linemen. The Rangers dropped another to the Angels yesterday, 5-2. That's all for sports. Back to you.
And the answer to the question of the day is B, mumps and rubella.
And the answer to the trivia question is A, Francis Cabot Towel.
That's all for Panther News today. Thanks for watching.
And remember to go to
and go Panthers.